Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Megan and I'm really glad that you're watching this. So this video is on the experience itself of getting prolotherapy on my neck. I've had some people ask if it's painful, especially if receiving prolotherapy from Dr. Hauser because of his technique, if it's painful, and people who've just been getting questions about curiosity regarding the experience. So this is what this video is about if you're watching and want to continue to watch or not. All right, so yes, prolotherapy is painful and it's an uncomfortable experience. I think it's hard to gauge talking about pain, especially in regards to physical pain, because it is subjective in a lot of ways. And so for me to say that it's painful might mean nothing to some people, because for some people it hurts more than others, probably just based off of your pain tolerance and your fear of needles, things like that. So this is simply my experience. I don't mean to scare anyone or anything like that, but if you are receiving prolotherapy or you're curious, here it is. Okay, so if you don't know me, I thought sharing this story might be helpful to gauge my pain tolerance. But before the story, I would say that I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I've been an athlete my whole life and I'm really used to pushing my body through pain and pushing it through its past what a lot of physical limits. So one particular story, when I was 15, I was a cross-country runner, and races were about 30 miles long. In one particular race, about a mile in, my feet really started to hurt. But I just told myself they didn't hurt, and I kept on running and just kind of dealt with the pain for another 2 miles. And then after the race, I just sat down and told my coach, I can't walk anymore. My feet hurt, and that was that. My coach and my mom were like, Megan, get up, you need to walk. I was like, nope, my feet hurt. And they told me to just ice my feet overnight and they should be good to go the next morning. So I did that. And then the next morning I could not walk and I was like, really, Mom? My feet hurt? Something's not right. And so I had imaging done, all that to say, and I had fractured both of my feet. So I share that story because I'm used to pushing my body through pain. I probably fractured them at least the first mile in, and I ran on them and ended up getting a personal record that race. So that's kind of my pain tolerance, I guess I would say. I have been told my whole life that I have a high pain tolerance, but that's just my opinion and other people's opinions of me. So now, moving forward, experiencing prolotherapy, I don't really have a problem with needles, but prolotherapy is probably only about 15 minutes long or 15 to 30 minutes long, depending on what you're getting. And I'm not sure how many syringes it is. I chose not to look at the needles. I know that it can range from like 60 to I think 120 injections into your neck if you're getting it on your cervical spine. I thought that they were very uncomfortable and painful at times, especially depending on the region of the neck. So I received prolotherapy at Caring Medical, and from Dr. Hauser, and his approach is an aggressive approach because he's trying to create an injury essentially in your neck to generate the healing process so that your ligaments will start to restore themselves. So by definition, I would say that you it is an injury that you're getting, and so it is going to be painful, and needles aren't often described as comfortable. So for me, yeah, it was uncomfortable and painful. I would sweat a lot, and my hands would shake under the table, and my legs would shake too when it got really painful. I didn't make any noises. I didn't cry. I know some people cry. I also know that you can take pain medication. I chose not to. I just took over-the-counter Tylenol, personal preference. But if you're worried, that's definitely an option. You can consider taking pain meds. So yeah, I would just say it is painful, but I don't think it's anything to be scared of. I've heard somebody put it this way before, and I really liked it. I can't take credit. It's not mine, but I heard somebody say that it's productive pain. And so if you're getting prolotherapy, you're probably already in pain, and you probably already have a pretty low quality of life. And so I think for the most part, it's pretty bearable considering the circumstance of life that you probably find yourself in, and it's a means to an end. So something helpful for me was to just remind myself, this too shall pass. It's temporary. It's only 15 to 20 minutes long, and I've greatly improved because of it. And so I would say that the short-term pain was definitely worth it. And if you are scared, there are pain medication options, and yeah, and you're probably stronger than you think. I think that human beings have a great capacity to endure, and so there are people, if you're scared, there are people who have gone before you and who have done it, and so I'm sure you can do it as well. I hope that this is helpful, and don't be too scared if you are worried about it. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon.